Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ignorant millennials. How you guys doing? I'm Kat, not riding solo today. As you can see, I have a beautiful guest with me. Oh, look at that smile. Anyways, before I introduce her, I just want to say don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And thank you for those subscribers, for the comments, for the followers on Instagram, ignorant millennial. Also on Twitter, we're there. We're pretty much everywhere. Even on LinkedIn, you can find us. Even on Facebook, if you're still on Facebook, you can find us. But today, I have quite an interesting topic. It's something that we all have encountered with a person in this field. Like from birth, you definitely have. As long as you're 3 years old, you have encountered such a profession in your life. We're talking teachers, educators. And Nolly, which one do you prefer? to be called a teacher or an educator?
I don't know. Educator is too formal, so teacher is cute. So I prefer teacher.
A teacher.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So, firstly, introduce yourself. Nolly, who is Nolly?
Okay, my name is Nolly Mahonono, but people call me Nolly. And I'm 21 years old, currently doing my last year in teaching intermediate phase in Varsity College. So yes, and I'm from the East Rand in Joburg, but currently I stay in Pretoria because of school. Yeah.
Okay. So when I think of teaching, generally I think that you don't get paid a whole lot, right? And so my very simple question is, why did you decide to become a teacher?
Well, first and foremost, teaching is a passion, honestly. So when you're a teacher, you actually even minimize the paying and everything. Honestly, from a young age, I knew I've always wanted to be a teacher. My mom is a teacher, and sometimes, those teachers who used to come with their kids at school and everything, I just loved how she engaged with her learners. So that's where my love for teaching actually came about, actually. So,
okay. So your mom was also an intermediate teacher?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Talk about it. So, are you the only child or something?
No, I'm actually the big sister. I've got a little brother. We're like 6 years apart. So, I'm the big sister.
Wow. Yes. Like, what do they say? Like mother, like daughter?
Like daughter.
Okay. So then to study, to go about the teaching profession, is there any specific subjects that you'd recommend that a person does choose when they grade 10, choosing any particular
There's
subject?
no particular stream per se, but what I would recommend is that you choose computer applications technology, which they call CATS.
Yes.
Well, it's got computers, and it just deals, because we live in a digital space. Kids nowadays, we're millennials, we interact a lot with technology and everything. So as a teacher, you have to have an approach to make your lessons interesting. Not just pen and paper and board and chalk. You need YouTube videos, you need projectors to make your lessons more interesting. And I'd also say life science, because when you get to varsity, there are modules like life sciences that help you just channel maybe how a child thinks, how they interact. So life sciences and CATs are two subjects that I would recommend.
Sure.
Yes.
After what you've just said, I feel like I can have a child. They're in good hands, teaching wise there. So, in varsity, you get there. So from high school, you knew that you wanted to be a teacher. Did you know how long it takes to be a teacher, and how long is it? Because most of us we just assume.
Well, it's a degree actually, which is 4 years. Okay. So it's just a degree. It's 4 years.
It's 4 years. So is it those the 4 years? The fourth year is like the honors, but it's compulsory. It's just a degree.
It's just a degree.
So then, how different is it? Because as well, I guess maybe the certificate. Because if I've got a degree in accounting, there's apparently a teaching certificate or something that can be done with UNISA. How different is that from the 4 years?
From the 4 years?
Yes.
Well, with me, after doing my degree, I want to go specialize, which is doing my honors.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's your choice if you want to carry on with your studies or whatnot, but standard, it's a degree.
Yes.
That's your standard.
Okay. Okay, speaking of your degree and standard 4 years, just take us through your journey currently in varsity and everything else. Like from first year, what are the challenges that you faced and what's overwhelming the subjects and modules and everything else?
Yeah, actually people like to think that teaching is like a default career, right? If you don't know what to study, just go do teaching. Guys, it's not as simple as that, you know? Because I have a lot of people who I've studied with from first year who've actually dropped out, who actually got into teaching for the wrong reasons, right? So basically what I've encountered is with teaching, it's got a lot of modules that require assignments, a lot of assignments. Assignments are really time consuming, guys. You don't understand. Like there's a lot of modules. So basically our modules, they basically taking us back to primary. We do natural science, we still do, you know, those primary, basically how to teach those subjects. So yeah, we basically taken back to primary.
Yeah, take me back. How do they teach you how to teach? Like is it like everyday practicals or is it like theory? Like how do you teach? Is there like, okay, you need to keep eye contact to your learners? What are you being taught?
So basically there's also modules like psychology, basically how to deal with kids who have different learning needs, kids, their backgrounds as well. So you need to form a relationship with each and every single child in your class and know them personally as well. You know, not just don't walk in there, you like their mom basically away from home. So you need to have that nurturing side as well. So yeah.
Okay, so currently in varsity, I'm sure you have friends as well in varsity as well who studied teaching or whatever, and you had also the guidance of your mom. So which university would you say teaching-wise is the best for studying teaching?
I'm not being biased, but it's Varsity College. I have reasons.
But we can't afford that, all of us. But anyways.
Okay, well, why I'd recommend Varsity College is because it's a private institution, right? Number one, there's a very small number of us in class, like probably like 30 something compared to a public university which is like 1,000 people in a lecture. So we get that special attention. Literally, your teachers know you individually.
Makes sense.
So we don't major like in subjects. Like people usually ask me, oh, so what do you major in? I'm like, no, I major in all of the subjects. That's how Varsity College is. They make sure that maybe first semester you've got like 6 modules. Second semester, so basically in a year I probably have like 12 modules.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's so you basically major in all of the subjects.
Okay.
Like Afrikaans, everything. So there's an advantage to that.
So you know? Do you guys have as much free time as people say you guys do?
Oh no, I go to school every day.
Okay.
Literally. Every day.
Okay.
Even though I'm doing my 4th year, but I still go to school every day.
So then you practicals, do they happen every year, every second year? And if so, surely now you have that experience of which one is better to teach at a public or a private school? Which one do you want to be at?
So yes, every year we actually do practicals. So basically the duration at the school, it differs from maybe first year it's 2 weeks. Second year, you know, as it goes, probably this year I'll be doing 6 weeks. And then I like the exposure that they give us to different places like private schools. You know, so I get a feel of different schools so that in future I don't get surprised when I happen to work maybe in a township school. You understand? I'd say that, oh, I had an experience like this. So yes, for now I wouldn't say I prefer, but I prefer private schools, right? But I also prefer public schools because they have different advantages to them. So basically with public schools, I like the benefits that they give. They give you guys like medical aid, you know, just those things. And then with private schools, it depends. Some private schools, they don't pay well. Some private schools really pay well.
So, we'll touch on the salaries in quite a few. So just touching on that also to just help our viewers and myself understand. You yourself, did you go to a public school or a private school?
The only school that I haven't been to is a township school. So I'm guessing this year I'll probably do a township school. Yeah, I've been to a private school and a public school. And,
all right.
Yeah.
And your own, like before varsity, where were you? Were you in a public or
I was in a public school.
You were in a public school?
I was in a public school.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's talk the chankora, the money and everything else. So as well, I come from a home of educators, so but I will not comment on salaries in this instance. So do tell, salary wise, how does it work?
Well,
Do you guys get paid overtime? Let's start there before you even tell me. The
actually,
salary
I wish we got paid overtime.
Seriously, even in public schools, there's no overtime.
No, there's no overtime. It's just standard, literally. So the salaries basically they just vary. Honestly, there's no but especially in private schools they just vary.
So,
right?
but there's a like between 20 and 30,000, or between 10 and 5,000.
It's really sad. I wish it was like 30K. I wish, but it's like around 15 to 20.
This is in private or public?
Public.
Yes.
And then in private we're talking more.
But public, there's also those benefits.
Yes, those
there's
benefits.
pensions,
Actually, that's where they come in handy.
Every other thing and so forth. Okay, so you say you guys don't have. So if you guys don't have overtime, when you guys teach extramural activities, is that part of teaching, or is it in your contract, or?
Well, you have to do something. You can't just be a prop there. You have to do something. You have to. It's mandatory.
So
you need to help out at school.
So that sounds a bit hectic.
Yes. So even when I'm doing practicals, like I have to. It's even written in the contract that I have to do something.
So would you describe those hours like hectic?
They are. I feel like we should get paid more for that. Honestly, guys. Yeah. To be honest, in Germany, teachers are the most paid, like more than doctors and everything. So I basically feel like that should actually change in South Africa. I feel like if teachers got paid more, the quality of teaching would be way more better, honestly. Teachers would be given that motivation that, okay, I'm getting a proper amount of money,
Okay.
So I just feel like, teachers are they're just superstars.
I want to counter that argument.
Imagine controlling 40 learners in a classroom.
Yeah.
They all come from different backgrounds, different religions, different learning capabilities. So it's not easy. It's not an easy job, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're literally preparing future leaders, doctors. So I feel like we should pay attention to teachers and, possibly increasing the money.
So you mentioned in terms of getting paid, right? So in terms of when you get paid, you say that if you got paid more, you feel like South African teachers would do a whole lot more. They would. So give me an instance of a particular career in South Africa which you feel they're getting paid very well and they're doing even the effort shows they're getting paid very well.
Well, I'd say doctors.
Doctors,
to be honest.
But people complain about the public hospitals.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Exactly my point. Public hospitals compared to private hospitals, that's where they get paid more in private, but they get paid more, but the service is better. Public, they don't get paid like private, but their service is bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. It feeds on to your what you say in there, your hypothesis there. So let's talk about also your expectation from when you said I wanted to study teaching, and the actual reality now when you're doing all these practicals and you're at this school. Did the expectation meet? Was it below? Was it above?
It did. As I said, I got a lot of exposure, especially when I was with my mom. My mom is kind of like a mentor to me, honestly. Yeah. Even when I get stuck, I just give her a call during my mom, like this and this. During break, I'm like, what am I doing? What should I do? She helps, sometimes. So I'd say my expectations are just pretty much the same. There's really nothing, obviously you'll encounter things that you also in awe about. But
So what do you mean? Like what are the stuff that gets you stuck that you need to call, like mama?
Sometimes I just say maybe my mentor. Some teachers, as I said, like some people get into teaching for the wrong reasons. So some teachers, to be honest, you can just see that.
What are those wrong reasons?
They corporal punishment. It's just really traumatizing to see that sometimes, that in this day and age, some teachers actually practice that. So it's just things like that. So
I got like a couple of questions to wrap it up, basically. So let me start with the big question. What advice would you have for somebody who wants to study teaching?
As I said in the beginning, don't treat it as a default career, honestly. Just do it because of the passion, and it's a calling. Teaching is a calling, honestly. It's not for everyone. It's not as easy as everyone makes it sound.
Okay.
It's really not,
Okay. So with that said, has it been a calling and so forth? I mean, one of the things when you mentioned Germany and everything else, why, let's go to China and teach English. The salary and everything. Why isn't that?
China's also good as well. Like they also value. I've considered actually doing that, actually going to China as well, and because in China they're actually looking for English teachers in South Africa. They actually appreciate South African teachers a lot in China. Actually, so.
Oh.
Yeah, some countries really value teachers a lot.
Okay, so
I wish South Africa was the same, but.
Okay, so then how do you feel about the current education system? Like, what do you feel needs to be improved on and everything else? Are you happy with it?
Well, we're making progress, but I feel like the government's expectation of like what like learners need to, like for example matrics, like how can you pass with 30%? Like it doesn't make sense. So I feel like the expectations should be higher, because now they're making learners comfortable, too comfortable. I mean, how can you go to a doctor who has 30%? Doesn't make sense. So I feel like they honestly just degrading the quality of education in South Africa. So they should have high expectations, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then lastly, the last question to wrap it out, gents. I'm doing this for you guys. I know. So, I mean, when you are teaching, when you are teaching at school and everything else, I'm sure one of the challenges you face is learners and teachers themselves. Who,
Yeah.
So does that happen? How do you deal with it?
Well, I just nice, and you just keep that boundary. You have kids like half your size, like, hey, my size. I'm like, hey, what's happening now? I'm still a teacher, so just don't be too friendly with them for them to actually,
Yes.
But obviously, there will be times where that happens.
Yes.
You just have to
so
keep
if one
your
of them
cool.
is playing a piano track that you like, you have to keep your cool, like.
I had to keep my cool. It's hard, but yeah. But I'm a cool teacher. I'm not really too uptight,
other educators and principals maybe like,
I mean, there are male teachers, but we keep it professional.
No, you keep it professional. Do they keep it professional?
Well, some of them, do encounter some stuff like that, but obviously it's up to me if I,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you've never felt in any way unsafe?
No, I've never so far.
Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you very much, Nolly. Glad that you joined us and you enlightened us about becoming is it educator or teacher? You said a teacher.
Yes.
And I hope you're more informed as to what teachers do, their whole journey and everything else. And please follow Nolly as well. She's on Instagram. And guys, don't just flood those DMs. And thank you very much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment as well. Peace.